Hi guys, it's Summer Accent, and today I decided to do something new and was honestly really inspired to share my holiday ideas for the calendar. So, we're currently in my Stuck in Their Shadow scenario save file, and as some of you may know if you have played it, we have Nova Curious here. I've been really enjoying playing with her, and that's why I kind of started working on her calendar and came up with some new holidays for myself. So I feel like sharing them with you just in case some of you just needed some new ones. I don't know. Plus, I always appreciate people making those videos as it gives ideas to me once again. So I hope Nova doesn't mind if we take a look at her holidays. As you can see, it's not super dense. As much as it's fun, it also can be really overwhelming, especially when you have it going every single day. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. We're currently in summer, and as you may already see, I use 2-week per season settings. Personally, it just lets me enjoy the season more that way. Also, I always try to cherry pick holidays for Sims specifically. For example, you're not going to see any kid activities in here. Personally, I just don't really see any point to add every single holiday every single time. To me, I customize holidays to cater to my Sims needs, if it makes sense. It can get pretty frustrating whenever you don't achieve every single goal. So for example, Winterfest here, I don't have Father Winter come over. Of course not. Like, Nova is an adult, well, a young adult Sim. She doesn't give a shit about Father Winter, right? So of course, if I had her have kids and a family, of course I would put it in here, but personally, at the moment, just doesn't make sense. Currently, we are on the last week of summer, and the first holiday here is a summer splash. So I kind of feel really proud of myself for coming up with this name. I usually really dislike names like Summer Day or just something day, right? Shout out to Ocean Sims, by the way. Like, if you ever crave some unique names for your holiday, definitely check out her video. So yeah, I felt really smart assy about it. And as you may see, I use custom icons. It just truly helps me come up with the holidays on its own. Like, you can literally look at the icons and be like, this is the day where I'm going to allow my Sims, or because it doesn't necessarily need to be a holiday, by the way. This one can be a Pride Day or Pride Festival, like whatever you like to call it. It's just like so many ideas that you can come up with this. It pretty much sets the mood and you can come up with different occasions. So this mod is by Lil Miss Sam. There are other mods that give you custom icons like Zerbo, but personally this one is my favorite because it just doesn't weight anything, like it's barely anything. So if you are really minimal with CC and you always feel really paranoid about adding like crazy big mods in your game, this one is for you. It barely does anything, and these are the icons pretty much in game. And I also use custom holidays. Ever since I put them in my game, I could never play without them. It just adds such a variety of different holidays that I can come up with. The ones I use are by Kiara Sims, and I also use some by Lil Miss Sam. But also keep in mind that those two people have mods repeating each other. For example, Go Fishing. I wouldn't really recommend getting those overlap. The Summer Splash holiday is obviously about the end of summer, and my Sims pretty much saying goodbye to the warm days, unfortunately. So what I want them to do on this day is water fun, and it includes swimming, interacting with water toys, right, like Sprinkle-O-Matic. And I obviously can get this one on here too, but it just doesn't really make sense, right? Like, those two are pretty much the same thing, even more in this one. Then I want them to drink, and by drinking here I mean mostly lemonade, just like on this icon, or just any other cold drinks. And of course they're going to barbecue, just a really nice family activity outside. The next holiday we're not going to touch yet, and these two are just going to be ignored for now, right? Like we're going to get back to them later just because they're not really standard holidays. But the next one is the last day of summer, where my Sims are going to celebrate International Sim Day. So I chose this icon, and I totally remember how Ocean Sims also used this one for her similar holiday, which she calls, I believe, Will Ride Day, which is the creator of The Sims. To me, it was a little bit too realistic, right? Like, how the hell my Sims would know Will Ride? So I decided to call it something neutral, aka International Sim Day. Usually, I actually put another icon in here, which is just the planet, meaning international. But this time, there was this moon, if you saw a little bit before, next to it. So I was like, yeah, we kind of need to change a little bit for aesthetic reasons. So it's not a day of work or school, it's just like a regular holiday where people still have to go and do what they have to do. But this day is really, really special, and Sims are pretty much celebrating their lives. And so on that day, I want my Sims to drink, and here it's not just lemonade. They're obviously going to do something a little bit extra. They're going to be doing this music tradition, which actually includes listening or dancing to music, which I really, really like. It's really versatile, so you don't really have to choose either of those. So for example, I have this dancing tradition I obviously could have put in here, but it saves my space. Also, this next tradition is really, really nice because it reminds me that I kind of should take photos of my Sims, and it's just a great occasion. So yeah, not only is it a good tradition, it also is a reminder. Then I like making my Sims donate and volunteer. So those custom traditions are literally my favorite. I think it's nice donating to each other and helping each other. So on that special day, Sims want to help each other a little bit and make each other's life easier for those in need. And the last one and the finishing one is the fireworks. By the way, I don't think I said it yet. I like to place my traditions as the way they go. So in a chronological order, from something that they would start doing to something that they would end the holiday with. Next one is a game generated holiday. So we're not going to look at it. It's just like a rebate day. But this one is this iconic spooky day, right? And I don't know why creators didn't put it on the calendar initially, because we even have the icon for it. So usually we have a different icon, this one, but I kind of like to use custom icons for even existing holidays to freshen things up. It gets a little bit repetitive and tiring to look at the same stuff. So yeah, that's what I do lately. This one is also hella cute, so why not? Obviously we have a decoration theme for it, so I choose spooky. It's not a day of work or school. As you may have noticed, actually, I don't really let my Sims chill too much. I mean, somebody has to make money in the first place, so. And on that day, we do regular stuff, so I should have placed decorate as the first tradition. My bad. But yeah, I would totally change it right now and put it on the first place because it's something that you do first. Also, we have wear costumes, trick or treat, and carve pumpkin. So I am not sure at this point which ones are in-game ones. Like this one is obviously in-game. I'm not sure if this one is. So I'm not going to really specify this, but this one is a custom one for sure. And I really, really like it because it also reminds me that, hey, yo, we have carving pumpkin station in game, and I always forget about it. And I also decided to position it on Friday because, you know, Friday the 13th is just a little bit spookier, and it lets my Sims to have a crazy party and sleep in the next day. And on the second week of autumn, we have this original holiday that comes with the game, Harvest Fest. I didn't change the icon. I just like it. I enjoy it. It's just iconic. I really, really enjoy this holiday. The traditions are pretty much the same, except I removed the gnomes. I think you will agree, gnomes are really annoying. I left decorating on the first place, invite guests. Then here, we usually have a grand meal. It's kind of sad that we always have to have the same grand meal. Like, I do believe that we have 3 other ones except the grand breakfast. But sometimes you just want to change things up, right? So this tradition, the family dinner, lets you use even custom recipes. So if you really enjoy playing with custom food, this one is for you. You can pretty much make any dish and enjoy it on Harvest Fest, which is nice. And thankful spirit, because this is classics, right? I ain't taking that one away for sure. So yeah, that sums up the autumn, those 2 holidays that I usually put here. It doesn't keep it super busy. And autumn is also pretty fun, but also stressful because it's like a little bit depressing at times. So yeah, I'm keeping it chill. So the winter holidays start with this one, which is really, really small. I would even say it's just a popular event among some of the Sims, but not everybody would do polar bear plunge. Funny enough, this tradition is in-game, but we don't really have an icon for it. I kind of always need the icon matching the holiday, and it kind of is supposed to make sense. And I personally really enjoy holidays with only one tradition. Some of you may think it's boring, but I don't think every single holiday needs to have 5 traditions every single time, like, you know? And the second week, just like usual, is Winterfest and New Year's Eve. What I did here is I kind of made Winterfest a little bit relaxing because we always need to do so much that it's really easy to get overwhelmed. So what I saw other simmers do, and that's definitely their idea, especially Ocean Sims, shout out to her again, I decided to spread out those traditions between 2 days. And just like in real life, we have Christmas Eve and Christmas. So on Tuesday, they first have Winterfest Eve. And on that day, they are going to decorate. It's going to just give them this extra day off work and school, by the way, where they can just relax with the family or alone if they just are a single sim, decorate their house the way they want to without any hustle. They will go volunteering, and as I said, those are just my favorite. It just makes you feel so nice, and it's sharing is caring, and giving is way more important than getting. So I kind of want to teach my Sims that that's just more important than getting presents. And so it just kind of makes sense to give first to later the next day receive those presents. So yeah, they can obviously go volunteering. It's in game. We have those volunteering choices, I would say, from Parenthood, I believe, and you can do the beach cleanup, is it a nursery home, from the phone, but it's still nice, and I usually forget about it, so it's just a nice way to remind myself that yeah, yo Rita, you don't use them much. So the last tradition here is winter fun, and so they're going to go out and enjoy the snowy activities. And obviously the next day is Winterfest, where my Sims open the presents, have family dinner, and just like I did with Harvest Fest, I changed the grand meal to it so I can have my custom recipes and festive spirit. Obviously you can add something else. You can, for example, add take photos, especially if you also, just like me, forget to do this. There's just so many things that you can do. And to sum it up and to finish winter, my Sims celebrate New Year's Eve. It's also Nova's favorite, that's why I liked it there. But I changed the icon. Those two glasses were giving me a little bit of an eyesore. Just wanted something new, but it's the same vibe, so that's cute. The main tradition of this day to me, and what I enjoy the most about this day, is making resolutions. And that's actually another thing in my game, but I have a mod by a Deep Indigo that adds more resolutions, so you can make even more. I don't exactly remember what we can do, but on top of the existing ones, it adds additional stuff. So yeah, my Sim would make a resolution. They will be drinking. Obviously, it's not meant to be a lemonade here though. Music, which is dancing and listening to music, and countdown to midnight. I really like this activity. And my favorite season ever, just like in real life, is spring. And I feel like I came up with pretty cute traditions here. So the first holiday we have here is the Pancake Week. So the inspiration for this holiday comes from my ethnicity, and it's inspired by a Slavic holiday that we celebrate, which actually happens to be in the end of winter. But since it's kind of busy, I decided to put it here and not immediately after New Year's, because we kind of need to be able to chill after the crazy partying here. But the main point of the holiday is pretty much baking pancakes and eating it for the whole week. You have two options in here. You can either put grand meal, and surprise, surprise, I've been actually removing it from other holidays and putting it in here because we have the grand breakfast with pancakes. Or I have this custom cook pancakes tradition, which from once in a while, I just interchange those two. And I also found this really cute icon, which was a pain in the ass to find. Since we have so many, actually has a downside. Hard to find the same one sometimes. And this is pretty much my sim marking it on the calendar. It's the start of the holiday, but it lasts the whole week. So all the way till Saturday/Sunday, which Sunday is already another holiday, so I would imagine them doing this till around Saturday. The next holiday is super cute, and it's also a little bit from my culture. Slavic people usually have these holidays. For example, in my country, we celebrate Clean Thursday, if I literally translate it to English. And those two words, Clean Thursday, in my language, they start from the same letter. So I was trying to come up with a similar name with the similar vibe. And here I came up with Fresh Friday. I think it sounds so cute. Or Spotless Sunday or Saturday, which Saturday doesn't really fit the idea of the holiday, and I'm going to explain why. So the holiday is about cleaning, mainly, and technically it would be perfect to put it here immediately after Saturday, which is the New Year's Eve. Imagine going crazy on that day, partying, inviting friends and family, and then cleaning after them. Kind of makes sense. But is it overwhelming? Hell yeah. So in order to not do this all to myself, I just decided to put it here and take it slow. Another part of the holiday is volunteering. And just like in my culture, it's all about it. You're cleaning, you are starting new pretty much, but you also share with other Sims in need. It's just like a clean start with a kind heart. And I really, really like this icon, but there are so many choices in there that you can come up with for this one. It's not the only one that I usually choose. The next holiday is Spring Mischief, which is pretty much April Fools. I usually don't add it to every single calendar, and it's really, really specific, and it just depends on the sim that I play with. So Nova here, for example, and if you know, you know, Nova is into mischief. She likes mischief and she is skilled in it. So I decided to give her something fun. We have this ding dong dish tradition, which is really hard to pronounce actually. It is another mod. So as I said, I usually use Kiara Sims and Little Miss Sam traditions. This one is a separate thing, and it comes with a ding and ditch smart doorbell, which I'm going to actually show you it right now. So Nova here has this really cute doorbell, and this doorbell is really, really fun to play with. So if you aren't interested in this holiday and this tradition, it can also be useful just to have it in your game in general. And what I'm still amused about, actually, like not me making a review on a completely different thing that I was, it's not what I was planning to do, but it doesn't matter how high you position it, Sims still kind of manage to click on the right thing. I don't know how they do it. So when you click on it, it actually gives you a lot of options. So the main one is ring doorbell, and it's really, really convenient for you whenever delivery comes. I always keep those guys, and I never hear the knock. It's just super subtle and not enough for me. So that's amazing. The sound is nice. You can do settings, change the ringtone, right? Like, well, yeah, it can be muted. Like, there's so much that you can do, which is not the point at the moment. There's also mischief activities. Ding dong ditch with gag bag, which is like a poo bag they leave next to the door and run away. Or just a classic old ding dong ditch where the sim just rings and runs away. So just for shits and giggles, like you say, I'm just going to make Nova do it to herself. So as you see, she literally ringed it and ran away, which is so cute, but it kind of doesn't make sense in the situation since it's her house. And the next tradition here is streaking. I think I would even remove it depending on how I feel. Yeah, it's just like something extra to do on the day. And the old good classic, I'm not sure if it actually was initially on Friday, because I remember I was changing it either to Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, but just in case, I like to keep it on Friday at the moment. I feel like it's the perfect day in terms of not having a day of work, but just not get my Sims overwhelmed. They will get from work that day, and the 2 days off, like weekends, are going to be ahead. So they won't really be worried how late they go to sleep, and they can just chillax and spend the time with the loved ones. This day has classic traditions here: give flowers, go on a date, romantic spirit. Not sure if this one is the custom one. Something tells me it is, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, I like to keep it to the point. I even might remove one of those. You know, not everybody does that much. Like for example, if I see my Sim not enjoying flowers, I will remove them. I'm not sure if Nova actually likes receiving flowers. I need to think on that. So yeah, and we have the decoration theme. It's just the AA holiday, which is really, really nice. So yeah, those are all the standard holidays that I usually use. But as I said, these two are here for a little bit of a different reason. So these two are not holidays, but I would name them just like major event during the year, and they are not for each Sim, so I obviously wouldn't put it in each Sim's calendar in each of my save files. So this event is called Biggest Full Moon, and I would totally put of the year if I was able to and if I wasn't limited with the amount of words, but just like the name implies, it's the biggest full moon of the year, and that's why I decided to put it here, because it's full moon on that day. I also was thinking to do it maybe here or here. It kind of would make sense here too, but I just wanted to experience it sooner with Nova. And I don't think I actually said why she likes it and why I gave it to her. She's really into space, horoscopes, stars. She's geeky and she's genius. She's interested in science. She likes all of that. So since her personal hobby is using telescope, of course she's going to be interested in it. And she would mark her calendar. Like, I totally can't skip it. It's the biggest moon of the year. So obviously on that day, she's going to use the telescope and take photos of the moon. And lucky me, I was able to find the matching icon. And another one is a super similar one. It's the same thematic, which is a meteor shower. I also was able to find something fitting. Thank God, it took me forever. But on that day, she's going to use the telescope. She's going to stargaze, which I believe meteors are not visible without telescopes, so it's pretty much shooting stars, but don't quote me on that neither. And since it's a shooting star similar event, she's going to make resolutions. You know how some people make a wish whenever they see a shooting star? Well, this one is the case here. Plus, I just needed another reason for Nova to make a resolution. Why not? She could wish to achieve a new skill on that day or anything she wants to do. As I said, I have the custom ones, and I believe you can even wish to get married or have a kid, which is just exciting. So yeah, that sums up my holidays for Nova here, but I also have some bonus ones that I would add once in a while or in specific situations or just for specific Sims. So this one I can change to a little bit of a different holiday, which I would name Samerica Unity Day or Samerica Independence Day, like whatever vibe you're going for. To me, the country where my Sims live is called Samerica. For obvious inspiration. We have so many American-styled worlds, and on that day, you pretty much celebrate the country. So you can choose a different icon for here. This one which could be like a symbol of the country, or, which is my favorite, this one just gives you this like powerful move, right? And the traditions will be really similar. It will be drinking, music, taking photos, detonating, fireworks. My Sims could also do volunteering instead of donating, and I could also occasionally throw barbecue in here or attend holiday ceremony. You can pretty much make a lot or download a lot where you will go and give speeches. I also have a give speech tradition in here. This one, you can pretty much give a speech on the podium, and it's just really fitting for the celebration. Another thing I will occasionally throw in here is, for example, if my sim is on a diet, I can add on a calendar their cheat day. For example, they're trying to stay super healthy and they get this lifestyle where they have healthy meal options. Obviously, every single person in real life, and obviously Sims, just want sometimes to eat their favorite foods. And everything that is tasty usually is kind of unhealthy. So I would, for example, let's say Nova is on a diet, or let's say Nova is trying to be healthy and eat good. Maybe she's getting ready to get pregnant, and she just decided to be healthy. But she loves pepperoni. Like, if you play the scenario, she loves pepperoni and she just can't wait for the time when she's able to eat it again. So let's say she's good for the whole week, and I would just choose this day at the holiday. I would call it cheat day. I would choose, first of all, I would choose what she wants to eat. And since custom traditions are different for this stuff, like for example, we have pancakes here, we have grilled cheese, pizza, and I believe we have also ice cream, right? Since she, for example, loves pepperoni, I would obviously eat pizza in here and just choose a feasting icon. And there you go. And obviously it's not an occasion for every single sim, but it's on Nova's calendar. She just marked that day. She's just super excited for it. So yeah, it just makes me remember about my plans as well. And as I said, if I have a family and I have kids, I would put in summer break. So let's say, yeah, this is the last day of spring, and my kids deserve some time for socializing, for just doing whatever they want, playing video games, like we all been there. So since Sunday is a day off, I would just start from Monday. I would call it spring break, and add this tradition, school holidays. Voila, you can choose any icon that you feel is fitting. There are so many more options than a pizza day or a cheat meal. This one will do, actually really cute. And even though we remove this check mark here, since my adults do need to go to work, my kids and teenagers would still stay at home, and you'll pretty much do for every single day except Sunday and Saturday. So yeah, I hope this video was useful for you guys, and if it was, please give it a like. It helps my channel a ton. Also, please leave a comment and let me know which celebrations are your favorite in your gameplay. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!